Hello you guys. This video today is about grieving family members that are still living. When I went through the fallout with my family, I had to distance myself. I literally moved to a different part of town, a place I've never lived before, so that I would not run into family members. I could just kind of start over, deal with the process of not having them in my life anymore. And grieving people that are still living is extremely hard. It's difficult, but that's something that I learned in therapy, that sometimes we have to do. Whether my mother and I ever have a relationship again, that's debatable. But there are family members that I have made peace with, that I don't want to ever be connected with them again. Although I love them and I cherish some of my memories with them, I just know that they are never going to be happy for me. I don't feel like I can ever trust them. I don't feel like they even really care about me. So I've made peace with not having certain cousins in my life, or aunts, or even one of my brothers. I don't want a relationship with him. I don't trust him. I forgive him, and I love him, and I pray for him every single day, but I don't wish to have a relationship with him. And you have to understand that that's okay. When you fall out with people, you're going to come to conclusions for the well-being of your life. I have my past with them that I can look back on, I can think back on. But there's some people that I have truly made peace with. I don't wish to ever see them again. I don't wish to ever talk to them again. If I happen to see them, of course, I will hug them and speak and keep it moving. But having a relationship with some of these family members that I know didn't really care much about me, it was easier to come to that conclusion. When it comes to my mother, maybe we can work out our relationship. Maybe we can work on that one day. But whether we do or not, I have dealt with the possibilities of not having her in my life ever again. You know, my son, one day he asked me over lunch, well, it's been over 2 years, why can't you call her? And what's annoying about those type of questions is that the situation is so much deeper than people can understand. I feel like if my mother wanted a relationship with me, or if she wanted to talk to me or see me, she know how to call me. I have her number and she has my number. my life today is not about the fallout with my mother anymore. It's about the spiritual journey that I'm on. And unfortunately, people are not going to understand that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to explain that to my son or anyone else, really. It's this one-on-one relationship that I have with God today. And I know God is leading me in the proper direction, in the right direction. And if I felt at any time that I should call my mother, I would have done it. Just like I have a phone, she has one too. I know she's old school, and I know people in my family are old school, and they think that, that's your mother. I don't care what she did. I don't, but it's not about my mother. It's about this journey that I'm on. It's about me taking control of my own life and doing the necessary things to keep myself healthy mentally. And unfortunately, a lot of my mental trauma that I am dealing with is due to circumstances with my mother. I forgive her. I don't hold grudges. I forgive, but I don't forget. I think it's quite ignorant for people to say forgive and forget. If you forget, you're just going to allow people to just continue to stomp all over you. You'll never learn if you forget. So I don't forget. I don't know what the future has in place, but I am focusing on me. It's no longer about my family. It's not that deep today. It's more so about me creating a foundation for myself, a life for myself, building just stability and working on me. I have so much catching up to do. And I gave my mother years of my life. I dedicated years of my life to my mother. I love her. That love is never going to go away. It's never going to weaken. I love her. That's a fact. But it's not about her. It is about me working on me. And it's taken a lot of time to do that. It's taken a lot of alone time. It's taken a lot of praying and meditating. It's taken a lot of me getting out, focusing on me for a change, doing things to, please myself. It's not about that situation that took place a few years ago. It's no longer about that. It started out with that, but God have sent me in a total different direction, and I have to focus on getting better. I have to continue to focus on childhood trauma. I have to continue to focus on healing. And there's no time frame on healing. So if you're going through something similar to what I'm going through, don't let family members who just don't understand what is going on in your life to bully you, to try to make you feel bad for not picking up the phone and calling your relatives. Because that goes both ways. If my mother want a relationship with me, she knows how to contact me. My family is so used to me just giving in to them. And this new version of me is, it's going to take some getting used to. I love my mother. I cherish our good moments together. My love have not weakened for my mother. But I have to focus on myself. If I died today, I want to die knowing that I gave all that I could to my life. If my mother died today, she will die knowing for a fact that me, Carlita, did the absolute most for her. It would take my brothers a lifetime to invest in my mother like I have. So I do think about death. I do think about, all of those things. But I can't, we all going to leave here. I could leave here before her. I have no guilt or no resentment if my mother leave here before I do. That one day, that fallout was just one day. I dedicated years of my life to my mother. While my siblings were telling me that she's just using you, you're just letting her use you, I didn't care because that's my mother. So I don't have any guilt inside of me today when it comes to my mother, because my mother knows who I've been in her life. It's only so much lying a person can do. But my family knows that when it came to my mother, I was all in. Now, I have to invest that kind of spirit into my own life. I have to put that kind of energy into my life. Because one thing I've learned is I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for my life. I can't go to not one family member and ask for anything. So I have to really stay focused on creating a solid foundation, stability in my life, because I cannot ever let myself go back to the way I once lived. That's over. That's gone. That person does not exist anymore. God has been the only thing in my life that has kept me centered, that has kept me healthy. I know I can turn to God and I can pray, and I don't have to worry about God not listening. I know I can go to God about anything, and He's going to help me work through it. He's going to get me through it. I don't know anyone that I can turn to like I turn to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. There's no one in my life that I can turn to and talk about everything. And I get answers and clarifications after I pray about it. This is so not about my family today. This is so about what I am building for myself. And if you're going through the same thing with your family, do not let your family members bully you and put guilt trips on you, because that's just not going to work with me in my life today. That girl is gone. That version of me is never returning, because I am working so hard on myself. I'm putting in the work, and I'm starting to see the fruits of my labor. So I'm going to end it there. I ask you all to please subscribe, like, and share my videos with someone that you feel like it could possibly help. Have a blessed day.